烤的生蚝。
This is the craziest video I've ever filmed. Oh，
如果你说不好吃的话
哈，
你就要走路了。
OK 。你为什么
按摩一下外带免费送给你呢
？Goodness, this is insane. I have no idea where to start with this one.
你听得懂听不懂？
完全听不懂。Well, actually, I do know where to start, and that's by saying that although this video does feature a rather prominent Taiwanese politician, this video couldn't be any further away from a political video. This is just a video of me being shown around a newly opened night market up in New Taipei City by a really interesting and genuinely fun Taiwanese guy that just so happens to be Houyou Shizhang, the mayor of New Taipei City. So, as I mentioned, zero political agenda in this video, just food, food, and more food. 一口可以吗？
可以。
And as you will see from this video, it was a crazy, crazy evening with lots to cram in to the little time that the mayor had free for me, and I barely had time to talk or tell the story, so I'm gonna be doing that from here. But the fun started as soon as the mayor got out of his car, and I could immediately sense that this was gonna be a fun night. The mayor seemed relaxed and happy to meet everyone, including myself, so let's not waste any time here and get back to introducing my VIP guest. 今天我们有很特别的来宾。Oh yeah, forgot to mention, I'll be speaking Chinese with the mayor throughout the whole video. 请大家欢迎侯市长。哇，给你饭。
嗨，大家好，我是新北市长侯友宜。你们知道来到哪里吗？
我不太一定。我们在哪里？
你喜欢填饱肚子吃夜市吗？
当然喜欢，当然喜欢。看出来我不喜欢吗？
你转个头，看到没？
对，我们在汐止观光夜市，
日本的方式的风格，把它做出来像深夜食坊，可以在这里吃到晚上10点到11点。哇，很棒！
我要问你，你肚子饿吗？
很饿，但是最重要的市长不是饿就要吃，哪有像你那么命
？OK，
市长要把新北市这4年里面要改造搭座的市场，变成完全是不一样的市场，让人家喜欢。那我们最近进度超前，好，2年里面就改造7座。今天请你来试试看，我们这一座汐止观光夜市是其中的一座。我们现在光这里改造60摊的在地小吃，也有异国料理。
听起来不错，
不错。等下看你的肚子表现了。好，出发。
And just like that, the night had begun, and we entered the market, and the energetic atmosphere began to build and build. People were coming out of the shop to greet the mayor and ask him to sign things, sign their menus, sign their shop signs, and I was just kind of in shock. But I was certainly having fun and starting to relax when we arrived at the first restaurant, which is a food that I've only ever eaten at 7-Eleven, so I was really excited to try a more authentic experience.
关东煮
广东煮我吃过，我很喜欢。对。We eventually sat down, took off our masks, and we could begin eating. 可以开动吗？
开玩笑的，肚子饿了。哇，好不好吃？
好吃。
蛮好吃。
One thing I really want to point out, and I noticed that as we were eating, the mayor seemed really interested in watching me eat and getting my reaction to the foods. And I find this is a really normal thing with Taiwanese people. When they're eating with a foreigner, they really want to see our opinions and how we enjoy the food.
看到你就好吃起来了啦，真的。那你的动作是很好吃的样子。来，怎么样？关东煮可以哈。
很有趣，我喜欢吃很不一样的东西，
很不一样的东西。
一个碗，很不一样，很多不一样的东西，比较有趣。How's my Chinese so far? Be honest. Comment down below.
英国有没有夜市啊？
没有，完全没有。天气太冷，太冰。
太冷太冰了。对，所以没有夜市可以去逛。
我们有很多百货公司，
所以没有像这种夜市对了，对不对？
好，谢谢。But anyway, the Guangdong Zoo was exceptional. There was seafood, clams, amazing mackerel, and even some beef. showed up at one point, but my favorite had to be the hai shen bao, the seafood balls that literally exploded in your mouth with flavor and simply cannot be compared to anything that I've eaten at 7-Eleven before.
这是什么？
不知道，可是很好吃。
它的是海鲜包，
海鲜包，
海鲜包，这是我们有名的海鲜包，关东煮里面的海鲜包。看看你妈妈煮的好吃，还是这个关东煮好吃
OK，我试试看，给你讲。At one point, the mayor asked me how this food compares to my mum's cooking from back home, and I completely, in the craziness, completely forgot to get back to him and give him an answer. But I'd have to say that it's a pretty close call between this food and my mum's cooking, but I have to say nothing compares to my mother's spaghetti bolognese. In fact, I'd be really interested to see how successful my mum would be if she opened up a spaghetti bolognese store in XiZhi Night Market.
好不好吃？
非常好吃，合家。
看到你的吃样就知道会假。
我们今天要去几个店？很多吗？
越来越多，
越来越多。But almost as quickly as we'd entered this restaurant, it was time to leave, and we were on our way to the next place. And as we were leaving, I was asked or invited and given the honor to sign the wall myself, which really felt very special. So if you're ever in XiZhi Night Market in the future, be sure to go check out the Guangdong Zoo restaurant and see my name scribbled on the wall. This is insane. So before I even knew it, we were sat down at the next restaurant and the mayor was ordering our food and trying to explain to me what we were going to eat. I thought he was just saying that I had fat legs, but in fact, he was explaining to me that the dish we were about to eat is known as long fong tui, which in English translates as dragon phoenix legs.
吃你的腿啦！
真的？
真的？
什么意思？
等一下把你的腿剁下来吃啦，叫秋季龙凤腿啦。
The phoenix and dragon leg, like
啊 ，OK，我没听过龙凤腿，
龙凤腿，
龙凤腿是。
等一下你就知道。
哦 ，OK，很期待，太期待。
今天市长请你吃的龙凤腿。
好，
如果你说不好吃的话哈，
好，
你就要走路了。
OK，回台中，
要滚回去了啦。
是肉吗？肉，
龙凤腿就是肉包蔬菜，里面还用那个猪网油包起来去炸。
啊 ，OK，
猪网油用猪的网油。我家以前卖猪肉了，这猪网油很好。
我听过。
然后把那个你看，
哇 ，It was absolutely delicious. In 12 years, I've never even heard of, let alone tried, long fong tui, but it was delicious. Oh wow! 口感很软，
很什么？
软。
吞进去。
I'm sure there are healthier foods to eat, but this was absolutely delicious, full of meaty, juicy flavor, and especially eating it with the mayor, who was obviously so proud of his family's connection to the food. I was incredibly happy and honored to be sharing a dish that was so personal to him. 真的好吃，
市长喂你会更好。
为什么你没有吃？
我等一下吃啊。
好。
我看你吃就饱了，还要等我吃。
我住在台湾12年多，没看过、没吃过这个。为什么？这个是
你没有认识我啦。你认识我就有得吃啊。
The food kept coming, and now it's time for the beef noodles. These beef noodles didn't disappoint me, as it's one of my favorite dishes in Taiwan, but it suddenly dawned on me that I hadn't paid for anything at the first restaurant, and I thought it might be time to take out my wallet. 好，
你干嘛？
我来付。
不用啦，你那个这里面没有带英镑来，台币属于我管的，你干嘛？我是台湾人哎。你这个有带英镑吗？有英镑可以付。
我没有，
就是没有就我付，好不好？我要去付了啊。
OK，
一只手机搞定付款。
OK，
行动支付。你看夜市都用行动支付了。
我没看过，在台中有吗？
台中也有啊。
真的？
你要进步啊！你不能没有进步啊！有没有带手机来？
有。
下次去把它装 QR code 装好。
OK，
这个就没有所谓英镑跟台币之分，你就刷一刷就可以付了。下一次有机会，
好，
你就用行动支付刷一刷。
好 ，OK，
请客。好，我要去付钱了。
It felt amazing to be treated to dinner by the mayor, and if I didn't show my gratitude at the time, let me say now to Mayor Ho, thank you very, very much. As at the time, I didn't really have time to think because we were very quickly whisked along to the next vendor who was putting on a little bit of a show for us as we arrived.
你会吗？
我会吃东西，不是我不会打东西，是这样，你会吗？
不然你要不要试试看？
可以吃什么？
高步大地啊，老上面。
Fortunately, they didn't ask for a demonstration of my kung fu skills, as I was already starting to feel a little bit full up from the foods we'd eaten so far. Therefore, when they put the biggest bowl of lasa noodles I'd ever seen in front of me, I just had to ask. 这个是一个人的吗？
一个人的啊，
很大。So I was just about to dig into this huge bowl of delicious-looking noodles when the mayor decided to quiz me on a food that the boss had just treated us to.
这个是老板招待的。
哎，我先考他，这是什么东西？
我吃过，是 sea cucumber。
不是啦，
不是
刚刚有练过第一个字啊。
吃蛇屁，
什么蛇屁？
snake 蛇屁。
没事啦，不要吓死你啦。Fish
fish skin
skin 哎，台湾鲷鱼啊。
哦，真的。哇！好，给我5分钟。很 Q 的，
这个吃下去，你的皮肤就变得光滑美丽。
真的。好，我吃多一点。
这个等一下可以带走。你先吃这个。
好 ，OK。So yeah, the fish skin was pretty interesting to say the least, but the star of the show was definitely the lasa noodles. 一口可以吗？
可以。
Really creamy, flavorsome sauce with just the perfect level of spice for me. But once again, before I knew it, we were being whisked off to the next location, which was another food that I've definitely heard of before, but never really felt compelled to eat. But when the mayor of New Taipei City orders you one of the most traditional desserts that Taiwan has to offer, you simply don't refuse. 刀灰是锅鱼吗？
我们台湾的豆花最有名的是白色。哇！那这里面有2种颜色，一个是黑色，一个是白色，黑白配。
黑白配，
男生女生配。你听得懂听不懂？
完全听不懂。So there were still some language miscommunications with the mayor because of my terrible Chinese ability, but nevertheless, the mayor and I tucked into our douhua and enjoyed the enthusiastic, 热情 feeling of this night market. And I just felt like I was sitting opposite any other Taiwanese person that I get introduced to at a social occasion, trying new foods, stumbling over my terrible Chinese, laughing and joking and eating together, truly experiencing Taiwan. So with the douhua being the dessert, I thought that might be the end of the eating. But I was mistaken, and we were quickly whisked off and shepherded through the market to a barbecued seafood store. 哇，那么多
海鲜呢？
海鲜我非常喜欢，我爱海鲜。And I think they were definitely expecting us because as soon as we were sat down, we were presented with an array of absolutely delicious looking seafood. Shrimp, scallops, oysters, and 2 of the biggest shell scallop oyster things that I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness, look at this food.
这个生蚝哪里来？你知道吗？
不知道。
澎湖。
哦，真的。
早上在澎湖，下午就在这个店豪门店，晚上跑到，
哇，好炫，
跑到你的肚子来。
对，没错。That is good， 真的好吃。
怎么样？
非常好吃，这个是最爱的，今天的最爱的。That was undoubtedly one of the most delicious things that I've ever eaten in my life. But the seafood was indeed the final meal that we were to eat that night. And before we were going to say goodbye, the mayor wanted to quiz my Chinese reading on some rather beautiful signs that you can find at the entrance to the market.
我教你，还是你自己练？
我试试看。
好，你自己看。
折鸡变瘦，很开心。朋友变胖。更开心，
你是我朋友嘛？
对啊，
对不对？
我变胖，
所以你刚吃饱了变胖了，更开心。
你更开心。
你眼睛好不好？
你是为了
宵夜
宵夜
而熬夜，
而熬夜，还是
为了
熬夜吃
宵夜。你呢？
都是可以吗？
你好厉害！
还有一个，
人
生总是跌跌撞撞，吃胖一点
比较不怕被撞。哦，你真的很壮哎！
好，所以我很想要说，感谢您，你邀请我到新北市，这个也是很好玩。
下次你妈妈在英国利物浦，叫我过去吃啊。
没错，你欢迎，真的欢迎。
我们今天谢谢 Aaron， 特别到我们新北市来吃夜市。
And with that, my experience at XiZhi Night Market with Mayor Ho came to an end, as is this video. I want to say thank you so much to Mayor Ho and his team for being not only so professional, but also so fun and really helping me to relax. I was incredibly nervous before filming this video, but everybody involved did such a good job. It's a slightly different way of doing a video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, let me know down below. And yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. But as for now and as always, I'll see you next time in My Life in Taiwan. Peace.